Welcome to our Simplify video this week. Simple living involves not only consuming less, but considering the impact of what we buy and consume. In these videos we consider how we can choose practices that minimize harm to others and the planet, and in turn honour God. After all, He gave us this world to care for, and He asked us to love Him and each other really well. So it's our duty to ensure that when we grocery shop and dispose of waste, when we travel, when we buy clothes, when we make all these kinds of choices, we really are thoughtful about the impacts on others and the world we've been given to look after.
This is my favourite thing. I prefer to buy things from an op shop or things that are passed on to me and use them. So I'll show you a few things. I bought a shirt at the op shop and it had a stain on it. I couldn't use it, so I cut it all up and made a pair of shorts for Tilly. And I don't like to waste fabric, so I made Tilly's baby some shorts as well. So I like to use it all up. Lava from my mum's place. She doesn't need it anymore, so I made the little girls some summer pants out of it. This is one of my favourites. This is the old reuse the kiwi blanket trick. So we bought a kiwi blanket for about $7, I think, and so far it's made two of these little tops for two little girls. We did have to buy the inside fabric, but all that was left over I've used in all sorts of things. Also from your granny Sarah, she had 8 lingerie bags, 7 of which had broken zips, so they make my veggie bags for the supermarket. So I keep those in my car, and so they're always there, so there's no excuse to pick up a plastic bag. And my dumpster diving friend over lockdown found some curtains, brand new curtains in the dumpster, and brought them to me because he knows I sew. So we've made some nice bags for our rainbow girls in our community. And this is my proudest one. Jamie and Tilly's cousin needed some training pants, and you know, we were in the middle of lockdown, so I've used her mummy's nightie and t-shirt, and what they euphemistically call the soaker pad is a faded polyfleece blanket that we had in the car, and other scraps I had, and she's got the most unique set of trainer pants you've ever seen. So anything I can, I will reuse and re-sew. This is my plastic bag thing. So I decided a while ago that one of the best things to do was to go to a bulk place to get my goods, and I stood there and thought, but they've got plastic bags in the supermarkets, they've got bags in the bulk place, I can do better than this. I scored from your granny Sarah some very fine fabric that actually was your great-grandmother's, and I made a variety of different sized, very light fabric bags with a drawstring that you can take to the bulk places and fill them up there. I mean, you can get couscous and, you know, really small grains in it. And Paul made me say, he cut out a whole lot of labels from an ice cream container, and you can write on that with ballpoint. So, you know, if you're at the supermarket, you have to write the numbers on. You can write on that with ballpoint and it just comes off with your thumb later. We decided last year that we weren't going to use any wrapping paper, and so last year the production line was on Christmas bags. So here's one we didn't use. Here's one I made earlier. So Christmas presents went out in different sized bags last year, and this year we're expecting to see them being handed round again, or, you know, if someone's used it for something else, good on them. But so we have in the family now a whole lot of Christmas bags, so no more wrapping paper. This year, sustainably, someone gave me this fabric, I've actually made little fabric bins that people are going to get their presents in. Sorry guys if you're getting one. And they can then keep that, you know, kids can put their toys in it, you can keep it in your bedroom or whatever. So basically I try to provide something that's useful as my wrapper as well. So far this year, I have made most of the family Christmas presents and spent very little. How else do I save money? So I'll show you an example. This was a lockdown treat. they had op shop online, and I got a retro sheet and made a summer dressing gown for someone. I think she knows she's going to get it actually, and loved that fabric. So then I started using it again and made a mask, Tilly's shorts, and the dressing gown. This is our pre-Christmas presents. I got this fabric on Trade Me because, as you know, during lockdown we weren't going to shops and things, so this is someone's odds and ends of fabric. So we've got all our Christmas masks ready for the 1st of December. Basically, it must save me hundreds of dollars just by sewing. And I know I'm privileged that I have the time and I have the machines to do so. But a lot of the stuff you don't need a fancy overlocker. These aren't overlocked. And the other thing I do is I get my patterns free from various sources on the internet. Needle and thread. There's a whole lot of stuff online, you know, YouTube stuff that you can have a look at. There's a whole lot of stuff for ideas for presents as well. But getting started, you can sew these by hand. In fact, I remember last year I actually made everyone a set of masks in a little pocket, didn't I? Needle and thread. Ask people. I am privileged that I am given stuff because people know I sew. So let it go. Let people know that you want to do it, and ask for help. I mean, I'm happy to help anyone who wants to learn to sew. I haven't managed to do it with my daughter yet, but sew your buttons back on if they come off. Keep your spare buttons and try it. Little things come apart, but have a go at sewing them. Just give it a go and ask someone if you need help. It's actually nice to know that you're making something useful, you're recycling stuff, and you're saving money. So it's a win-win all round, really.